So first of all, I just want to say thank you for joining the call this afternoon. And this is for TextAnywhere to give you a quick briefing on how to use text marketing effectively within your business. My name's Terry Francis, and I'm the head of sales and business development at TextAnywhere. Just very briefly, TextAnywhere are a company that's been going for over 13 years now. All that we do is text messaging products and services, and annually we send over 260 million messages on behalf of thousands of clients that we have on a daily basis. So to start with, I just want to go through some facts and figures around text messaging, and just to show the effectiveness of text messaging and how useful it can be, that over 98% of text messages are opened in 3 minutes, and that the open rate of a text message is 98% compared to that of 22% for emails. I know, every morning when I've sort of got my phone first thing and I go through all my emails, I delete over 90% of them straight away, because you just see they're from the same old usual suspects, and I just delete them and don't even look at whatever's in the content. And it could be that there are some interesting things in there, but I'm sure I'm no different to a lot of other people in just deleting them. And that there's definitely a rise in dual screening at the moment, and that's where you have your mobile phone on the arm of your chair whilst you're watching TV, to keep up to speed with with your social feeds, any text messages that's coming in, any other news that's coming in. So it's a phenomenon that's on the rise at the moment, and currently 80% of people do that. And on average, a person will check their mobile phone 210 times a day. So that's over 10 times, every hour, every waking hour of the day. Someone will look at their phone to see what's going on there. And 91% of smartphone users have their mobiles within arm's reach, 24/7. Not that I particularly want to get a text at 4 o'clock in the morning, mind you. I might not be too happy about that, but it just shows that people are connected, virtually 100% of the time. And we also find that when you put an offer out by your mobile phone, by a text, that people redeem that offer 10 times more than if you get a traditional printed offer. And in addition to that, the cost of a text is way less than 12%, of a stamp, let alone all the costs incurred with actually posting the printed material out and getting it printed and everything. So, text messaging is a really effective way of getting your message out to your client database. Texts, they don't need an internet connection. It doesn't need a high-speed data connection. You don't even have to be able to speak over the phone. Any type of signal that you get, you will almost guarantee to get a text message through. So that just shows the effectiveness of it. And some other facts about what goes on with text messaging. We know that texting reminders, appointment reminders to the NHS is a way of cutting down on missed appointments. In 2015, the NHS basically could have saved £900 million in that year because of lost appointment times. It was over £750 million worth of missed appointments for hospitals, and over £150 million worth of GP appointments. And in these times when the NHS is in such difficult times, any way of saving the money has got to be a good thing. And Tony Blair in 2004, whether you like him or hate him, whatever your view is, he was the first Prime Minister to actually use text messaging to run a Q&A session in that election year. And then a British surgeon was working out in the Democratic Republic of Congo, and he had to conduct quite a major operation on a 16-year-old boy. He needed some advice and guidance. He couldn't get a voice call through, so in the end, he ended up doing the operation via text messages back to his base, who were advising him on what to do. So a step-by-step instructions through him through texts. So it's a really effective method, way of communicating. and yeah, it's almost a guaranteed way of communicating with somebody on a one-to-one basis. So what are the four elements that make up a successful text campaign? So the first thing is, be clear and concise about your content. Avoid text speak. First impressions are really crucial. Each text message you send gives your customers an impression of your business. So things like correct spelling and grammar are vital, and getting over what your company is all about is really good. Be clear. Make sure that you plan carefully what you want to say before you send a message. If you do personalize your message, then make sure that you get the right name. There's no point sending a text that you want to send to Adrian and you put hello Anna in your text. And then don't overdo it. In the same way that longer messages should be considered carefully, you should avoid bombarding your clients and your customers with lots of text messages. You need to treat text as any other form of marketing that you do. It's nothing worse than just being bombarded constantly with messages. And then in the content, make sure you add some sort of value to it. So whether it's a voucher code, a reminder, there has to be value in what you're sending to it to make the client want to read your text as well and take it in what you're offering them. So make sure you're clear, you're concise about the content that you send. You can, as I said, personalize your text messages, and that has a really good way of engaging your clients as well and your customers as well. Because if you're sending it to the person's name, so I say dear Terry, and then you sign it at the end of the text message with the name, the person who's sending the message. That really engages the person in the text message as well and makes them more likely to take action on it. You should look at sort of segmenting your audience and the clients that you're going to send messages to. Look at a particular demographic of an offer or something that you want to you're trying to send the message out to. Is it a regionally based activity or regional based text you need to send? Make sure that by segmenting your customer base, you can target the right people that the campaign is for. And again, you'll get a better response from doing that by making sure the right messages go to the right audience. And when you think about your audience, you have to think about your marketing lists as well that you have. There has been a lot recently in the press about a year ago about people buying third-party marketing lists and then sending out campaigns to that marketing list and getting into trouble. You have to make sure that you have permission to send text to people as any other marketing communication these days. So just be careful that it's your list and it's not something that you've bought in. And then you have to make sure it's the right time you send the message. So think about the time when you want to do it. If you're a coffee shop owner and you want to promote your coffee shop, then send a message at 7 o'clock in the morning when people are going to work and they're going to be walking past your coffee shop to entice them in with any offers that you've got. And then similarly, if it's a lunchtime, then send it at 11:30 to 12 when they're thinking about where they want to go for lunch that day. When you do that, you need to test your messages just to make sure that they are correct. So test it on a small segment of people first of all and see what the response rate is. Then when you send it out, track what the responses are. Look at the effectiveness of the message. Look at the return on your investment that you've made. Just actually look at the actual results. Then look at what's worked well, what's not worked well. What hasn't worked well, try and think of why it hasn't been as successful. Amend it, test it, send it out again, track it and repeat. So it's just that ever improving continuous improvement circle that you need to take on your text messaging. So now I want to look at some verticals where text messaging is proving to be really, really successful. So in education, you can send out text messages about school closures, whether they're planned or whether they're not. if there's a weather incident and the school needs to be closed. You can send a text message out quickly to all the parents, and then your poor receptionist won't get bombarded with messages about asking whether the school is open or closed. You can send out texts about after school club, any notices that they have. If you have parent evening appointments, if there are homework or school report prompts you need to send out. Send out reminders if there's a non-uniform day, so the children come in their normal clothes, and then charge them £1 for the privilege of being able to do that. And also let them know when exam and course results are available. In finance, you can look at if someone's carried out a large transaction on their account. You can text them so they see straight away that it's gone through. You can send them payment reminders for their credit cards, so that avoids them getting any late payment fines or any interest fines on their accounts. You can text them with if you suspect there's been any fraudulent activity on their account, to get in touch with you, just so as they can find out whether it was actually you or whether it is actually some fraud taking place, and prevent any further fraud. And you can send out if you've got a promotion on any loans or credit card transfers or any other products and services that you have that you want to engage your clients with, and let them know about. As far as restaurants are concerned, things like booking confirmations, booking reminders. You might want to run a special offer one evening, buy 2 courses and get the dessert free, for example. You may have some theme nights coming up to drive more clients, more customers into your restaurant, be it a musical act, a different type of cuisine, any of those things that bring extra people in, and try and encourage them in during quieter times in your restaurant bookings. And retail. Retail again is a very strong area, and we've seen lots of shops doing this, and we see lots of major shops using text at the moment. But text messaging works just as well for a smaller shop, as well as the larger chains that exist at the moment. You can send out voucher codes, 10% off of men's and ladies' fashions this week, that they can then present at the checkout and get an additional 10% off the cost. You can let your clients know when the latest product ranges are going to arrive in store, so they get first option on going in and looking at the new ranges that you have. In the online world of retail, you can confirm an order. You can confirm when it's been dispatched. Equally important, you can confirm when it's been delivered, so the client knows that he should have the product, and if it hasn't arrived for whatever reasons, then he can chase it straight away to find out where it is and what's gone wrong. All these are good ways of using text messaging. Similarly, if a product's out of stock, the client can request that you send them a text when it's back in stock, so they know straight away to get and order the product that they're looking for. If we look at estate agents, then again, property viewings, and confirmations when their appointments are. Send out details of new properties that have come on the market straight away to the people that you have on your books that are looking for new properties. It's a very competitive market, estate agency these days, so getting your properties out quickly can help you sell them quicker. Gyms, whether it's membership renewals, motivational messages about an individual's Keep Fit plan, are all good text messages to send out there. If you're running classes, you can send out reminders of classes and when they've booked the class. If a class has been cancelled, you can let the people booked on that course know straight away, so they don't turn up at the gym to find out their class has been cancelled. You can run promotions, such as bring a friend to a session. Obviously, the idea then is the friend comes along and you get to speak to him and sign him up as a new member to your gym. And again, if you've got any special services like a sports massage or sports physio in there, you can help promote their services and any other ancillary services and associated services with the gym that you have, plus indeed any special offers that you might want to run on sort of weekly memberships or daily memberships, or no joining fee this month type of things. So gyms is good. Healthcare, I talked about healthcare earlier, and I think everybody now appreciates the message that they get from their dentist, reminding them of their appointment the next day. You might not look forward to going, but at least you're not going to be charged money for missing an appointment. Not only can you use it for appointment reminders, which I think is the strongest thing in healthcare, you can remind clients if they've got to provide you with some information about blood pressure, or if they run a blood test, what the results is. So you can text it in quickly to the surgery or to the hospital, and then if anything's going around, they can come back to you straight away and get you to check it. So they sort of remind you to send those in. So that's really a really good use in healthcare. Recruitment, again, there was a government report about a year ago about a nudging department. So job centres started using it to increase the number of people that went to interviews. So they started off by doing little tweaks to their messages, and as I said earlier, they personalised it to, dear Peter, your interview is at 2:00 with so and so employer. Good luck at the interview. Let us know how you got on. All the best, Sarah, for example. And that doubled the amount of attendees going to interviews. So, and you can send out messages around new job opportunities that are coming up as well. So you've got 8 examples there of where you can use text messaging. But if I've not mentioned an industry or a vertical that you guys are in, then it's easy to adapt any of the techniques and how you use text for your particular industry. So in sort of summary, where can you use text messages? I've talked a lot about appointment reminders. I think everybody sees the benefit of those straight away. So whether it's a health appointment, an appointment with the doctor, the dentist, you're going to a restaurant, all those things reminding people that you've got a booking. Motivational messages around, keep fit programs, whether you're trying to stop smoking, whether you're stopping drinking, anything like that. Motivational messages to people to make them aware that, that they're being, that you're sending them a message to say, keep going, you're doing well, those types of things. If you're launching a new product line, again, you can let your clients know when you're going to launch it, and give them a potential preview to come in and look at them. When you've placed an order with a company, to say, yes, I've received the order. The delivery notifications to say, yep, it's on its way. It should be with you in the next 2 days or such and such a time. If you've got any special or exclusive offers that you just want to offer out to various people, be it an additional 10% off, access to things before everybody else as like a pre-sale, and another good use. Providing voucher codes. So to your special clients, give them an extra 10% off when they come into your store, whether that's into a beauty salon. So, you're doing 10% off of nails, for example. You can provide all those voucher codes that you send directly to your clients, and then they can redeem them when they go to settle up at the end of whatever they've had done. Event notification. So if you're running an event, let people know what's happening at the event. Let people know if there are any changes to the event. Anything like that. Action reminders. So when you want somebody to take some actions. Recently, I finally succumbed to a PPI company and finally filled in all the forms. But I had the paperwork, and every 2 or 3 days they'd send me a quick text saying, Terry, have you signed your PPI forms yet? And sent them back to us. And that was really good because, otherwise I'm sure it would have just ended up at the bottom of my in tray for weeks and weeks. But the fact that they were sending me reminders made me think, I will do it. And I did actually sign it and sent them off. Not had any money back yet, but, still hoping that I may do. Payment reminders, avoiding credit card fees, late payment fees, all those types of things. We've all seen voting by text. That's really, really big now. And again, it's a quick and easy way to get people to participate in it. It takes seconds to do that. And then if you're requesting any information from somebody, so I said the sort of the health results of that type of thing. So there's sort of 12 different ways you can use text messaging effectively with your client base. And really, that's what I really wanted to cover today on this webinar. And basically, here at TextAnywhere, we're here to help you get the most from your text messaging. So, if I've inspired you to sign up already, then there's the address that just go on to TextAnywhere and register, and we give all of our clients free text messages to try our services with to start off. If you're still not sure about how SMS would work for you, then please feel free to contact our friendly UK-based customer sales and support team, who'll be happy to answer any questions that you've got and talk you through how we can get SMS to work for you. And if you're already a customer of TextAnywhere, then thank you for your custom. And if you want to find out more about how you can use sort of text messaging for anything else than you're currently using it for, again, feel free to contact our customer care team on the number and the address, the email address there. So I'm not going to open it up for a Q&A session, but because I think it's better if you do have any questions, then just drop us a line at the email address or give us a call, and we can make sure that we give you a full and proper answer to any questions that you have about text messaging and how you can make it work effectively for you and your business. So on that, I really want to close the session. I really want to thank you for taking the time out today to listen to me and to take in the messages that I want you to take from this session. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day. And if you're having pancakes this evening, then I hope you enjoy them. So that's it. Thanks very much for your time. And I hope this has been an insightful and useful use of your time today. Thank you very much.